Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Are you feeling charitable? Then smash the subscribe button and the like button, and please do follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. And welcome to Friday's very special, exclusively as exclusive as it gets. I've got big information for you today. So welcome to Friday's edition of the DC Multiverse Daily. Zack Snyder to direct Man of Steel 2. No one else is going to be telling you this, only me. And just because it's only me with a few subscribers, it doesn't mean it's not true. If you look at my history, you look at my sources, I've been right more than I've been wrong. But all of us have been wrong before, and you can show the receipts as much as you want. The point being, this is going to happen. Zack Snyder will direct Man of Steel 2. We're going to talk about it a lot more. So this is what Henry Cavill had to say. Not about this, what I've just told you, because obviously he's not speaking about that yet. But this really lays it on that it's happening. Right, Henry Cavill shares his excitement for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Henry Cavill recently opened up some more about his excitement for the Snyder Cut. Superman actor Henry Cavill recently talked more about his excitement for Zack Snyder's upcoming Justice League cut, hitting HBO Max next year. Zack Snyder's Justice League is inching closer and closer to reality. We got our first trailer for the project, what will be broken up as a mini-series for HBO Max during DC Fandom, which gave us even more of Henry Cavill in the black Superman suit. It was recently reported that Snyder will be reuniting some of the Justice League for some reshoots, but Cavill will not be part of them. Despite Henry Cavill not suiting up as Superman once again for Zack Snyder's Justice League reshoots, the actor remains incredibly excited for the upcoming series. While speaking on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, Cavill had this to say about the highly anticipated director's cut. I'm just really excited to see his vision realised. He got to be the train. I think it's only fair that that train gets to reach its station, which he was aiming for. And I think it's important that that vision is realised, whether you agree with it or not. It doesn't matter. It's a storyteller's, it's a filmmaker's right to have that vision realised. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what that vision was and how it looks. Zack's got the advantage of hindsight now. Very interesting choice of words, Henry. So Zack has got the advantage of hindsight now, which is brilliant, isn't it? It's going to be even better. I just want to see a good movie or a series of movies. Interesting, or a good series of movies, right? Very interesting point there, Henry. I think we are going to see more of Zack Snyder's Justice League universe. And how do I know what I know about Zack directing Man of Steel 2? I think that's really, really important for everyone watching right now. Look, it's not just been told to me by one source. It's been told to me by two sources. These are people, of course, that I'm not going to tell you who they are. But this is going to happen. Zack Snyder will direct Man of Steel 2. I can assure you of that. It is going to happen. This is a film that will not be released in theatres or in cinemas. This will be released, I can also tell you this, directly to HBO Max. This is not a cinematic Superman anymore. It will look cinematic. They will throw a lot of money at it. There's nothing to be concerned about at this. Now, the whole thing is that Henry has always wanted to continue the kind of arcs and narratives from the first Man of Steel film, the Codex, what happened to the people sucked into the Phantom Zone, maybe even seeing the inside of the Phantom Zone and seeing what happened to those people. But the whole idea is the Codex is the millions of cells, Kryptonian cells, inside Clark. And what happens if those life forms come out and become real people? And that's going to be a big story, because how does Earth deal with millions of Kryptonians. A massive story that David Goyer set up in the first film. And Henry has always wanted to deal with this. This was the reason that contract negotiations with Henry have stalled for so long, because Warner Brothers didn't want to continue Man of Steel as directly as Henry wanted to. And this has always been the problem. And as I said to you last week, what Grace Randolph said about him wanting more money was absolute bullshit. All he's ever wanted to be paid is fairly and equally to other actors in this franchise. That's it. This was never about money. It's a great time to be Henry Cavill, we know. He's going to get a Sherlock Holmes spin-off series after he was brilliant in Enola Holmes, right? He's doing so many other things, and it's always depressing when you hear Henry's about to do another project which is not Superman. But look, as a Superman fan, I'm so extremely excited about this news. It's happening, and this is not something I plucked from the sky. This is a thing, and I think just to know that they're actually going to continue the threads of the first Man of Steel film is everything that I've ever wanted to hear, because it's been hard. It's been hard for Superman fans in the past few years with everything being greenlit, apart from Superman, a failed Birds of Prey movie, and lots of other things as well. We even heard about a Plastic Man movie a couple of years ago. Actually, I loved him in Batman and the Brave and the Bold, so I'm quite excited if that ever actually happens. But yeah, there's no question about it. This is the thing that DCEU Snyderverse fans have been waiting. But the key element here is that Zack Snyder will be directing this Man of Steel sequel. This is important. This is brilliant. I discussed with you when Zack Snyders Justice League was first announced that Zack would have his own playhouse over on HBO Max. This news that I'm bringing you exclusively today proves that. And I did say to you that Henry's Superman would be over on HBO Max, and they would cast a central Superman for Earth 1. I also told you that. This is what this multiverse strategy is doing. Everything that I predicted is coming to pass. Slowly, we're finding out different things. So yeah, very, very important that Zack's involved in this film. I don't know who's going to write the film. It could be Terrio, but obviously David Goyer is got an opportunity to come back and continue this. And I think David Goyer, because I would like David Goyer personally to come and work with Zack and Henry on this movie, just because he literally, the first movie is his baby. The narrative's his baby. Superman killing Zod is his baby. One thing I'd like to see, actually, I'd like the fact that Clark killed Zod to haunt Clark for the rest of his life. In the Man of Steel sequel, I'd like Clark to keep on having these quick flashbacks of breaking Zod's neck. Now, I have no issue with Superman killing Zod. I do have an issue with Superman killing, by the way, all the time. But I don't mind him killing Zod. But it has to haunt him for the rest of his life. This has to be the prefix moment that sets up his no-kill policy. That's the only reason I ever accepted this. I always thought that that would be the reason Superman would never kill again, because he hated how he felt when he killed Zod. That's the only good reason to do it. It's the only reason I'd ever do it. So that's something that I'm very, very passionate about, because it's become a moment that Superman's forgotten about. It wasn't mentioned in BVS, and I think when Superman kills someone, it's something that resonates inside of him forever. It's a bit different because I know he killed Doomsday, but Doomsday killed him as well at the same time. But I think it's something that has to be dealt with within a Man of Steel sequel, so that at least they can say, you know what? He killed Zod for a reason. This is why we did it all the time. So this would be, look, I've killed before. I don't want to kill again. But yes, Henry Cavill and Zack Snyder returning for a Man of Steel sequel over on HBO Max is very, very good news, away from Warner Brothers Pictures like you all want. I know that you have major issues with Warner Brothers Pictures and what happened with Zack's version of Justice League originally. Now, I like what Henry said about Zack having this, advantage of hindsight now. And what does he mean by that? Well, I think Henry knows a lot more than he claims to know. Zack's not just going back for 1 week to reshoot his Justice League movie. He's, you don't get given $70+ million to work for 1 week. It doesn't even make sense, right? Unless the 70 million's, for everything. But he's obviously been given a budget, and I suppose the 70 million is included with the stuff he's going to have to do with post as well. But I think he'll be going back for more than a week. There's going to be significant changes to this movie because it's going to be a series. Zack did pitch these cliffhangers, didn't he, to Jim Lee and Walter Hamada. I think that's one of the reasons he's got to go back and put in these cliffhangers at the end of each episode. Very, very exciting. And will there be a cliffhanger for the final part 2? How are they going to finish this? Will this be a definitive ending, or will it be to be continued? You and I want it to be continued, and I can't wait for next year to see Zack Snyder's Justice League. But yeah, Zack and Henry returning for a Man of Steel sequel is so big, so massive, and no one's going to believe a word I'm saying, and that's okay. But I will underline it again and put bumper stickers on. Henry Cavill and Zack Snyder to return for Man of Steel 2. When can we expect this to be announced? I think next year. I think this year they're not going to go anywhere near it. I mean, I wish they would, because I can shout from the rooftops it's happening. And plus, I was right. This is a big situation, and, this is something we've waited for a hell of a long time, and I couldn't be more excited. But what do you think of this news? Comment down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow with even more DC Multiverse Daily. See you again soon.